Have you ever noticed that some women, after decades of marriage, start feeling distant or even resentful toward their husbands? They may not say it outright, but their actions reveal a growing frustration, a loss of warmth, and even a quiet dislike. Why does this happen? What changes over time that turns love into indifference or worse? Irritation, if you've ever wondered why. Long-term relationships sometimes lose their spark. Or why many women start pulling away emotionally as they get older. This video will give you the answers. Marriage is supposed to be a lifelong bond built on love, trust, and companionship. But the reality is, relationships evolve, and not always for the better. Many women find themselves feeling disconnected from their husbands. As the years go by, this doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow and gradual process shaped by years of emotional shifts, disappointments, and unmet needs. While some couples grow closer with time, others drift apart, and in some cases, a woman's feelings toward her husband can turn from love to frustration, indifference, or even dislike. So why does this happen? What are the hidden reasons behind this change? In this video, we'll dive deep into the most common factors that cause women to lose affection for their husbands. As they age, make sure to watch until the end, because understanding these issues could be the key to saving your own relationship or preventing this from happening in the future. Now let's get into it. Number 1, emotional disconnection over time. One of the biggest reasons why women start to dislike their husbands as they age is the loss of emotional connection. In the early years of marriage, couples share excitement, passion, and deep conversations. However, as time passes, life becomes routine. The focus shifts to work, children, responsibilities, and survival. Rather than nurturing the bond, many husbands unintentionally stop engaging in meaningful conversations. They stop asking their wives about their dreams, feelings, and struggles. Women who crave emotional intimacy start feeling lonely in their marriage, even when their husband is physically present. Over time, this emotional void leads to resentment, and the once loving wife may begin to see her husband as distant, indifferent, or uninterested in her inner world. Number 2, lack of appreciation and taken for granted. In the early stages of marriage, couples tend to shower each other with compliments, small gestures, and words of appreciation. However, after years together, many husbands unconsciously start to take their wives for granted. The woman who once received sweet words and thoughtful gestures may now only be acknowledged when something is needed: dinner, clean clothes, or help with the kids. Many women feel they have sacrificed their youth, energy, and love for the family, only to receive little recognition in return. This sense of being unappreciated gradually turns into frustration, bitterness, and eventually dislike toward the person who once made them feel special. Number 3, unbalanced household responsibilities. As women get older, they often find themselves shouldering the majority of household duties, even if they are working outside the home. Cooking, cleaning, managing finances, and taking care of aging parents or grandchildren become an endless cycle. Many husbands fail to notice the weight of this burden, assuming that because their wives have been doing it for years, they are fine with it. This unfair division of responsibilities builds deep resentment. A woman may start feeling that instead of being her life partner, her husband has become another child to take care of. When this happens, her love for him turns into frustration and eventually dislike. Number 4, physical and emotional neglect. As men age, some stop taking care of themselves. They may gain weight, stop dressing well, or abandon grooming habits that once made them attractive. This change can create a disconnect, especially if the wife is making an effort to maintain her appearance and health. Even more important than physical neglect is emotional neglect. Many husbands become less affectionate, rarely saying "I love you" or showing physical affection. Beyond routine interactions, a wife who feels neglected starts to believe her husband no longer values or desires her, which leads to emotional withdrawal. Once a woman emotionally detaches, it becomes hard to rekindle the affection she once had, and feelings of dislike can settle in. Number 5, stagnation and lack of growth. Women, like men, seek growth, excitement, and new experiences. As they age, they want to continue learning, traveling, trying new things, and feeling a sense of purpose. However, some husbands resist change. They prefer sticking to old habits, routines, and the same conversations they've had for years. If a woman feels her husband is stagnant, unwilling to explore new experiences or improve himself, she may start seeing him as boring or uninspiring. This lack of growth can lead to frustration and a sense of being trapped in a lifeless relationship. Number 6, unresolved past hurts and resentments. Marriage is not just about love. It's also about managing conflicts throughout the years. Disagreements, disappointments, and even betrayals inevitably occur. These could be small arguments that were brushed aside, or bigger betrayals like broken promises or emotional neglect. At the moment, a woman may say she forgives her husband, but deep inside she often does not forget. Each unresolved issue leaves a scar, and if there is no proper reconciliation or healing, these scars build up. Over time, these wounds turn into resentment. For example, if a husband repeatedly dismisses his wife's concerns or invalidates her emotions, she might eventually stop sharing her feelings with him. If he has made hurtful remarks in the past and never truly apologized, she may carry that pain with her for years. These lingering emotional wounds cause her to become cold, distant, and emotionally withdrawn. Eventually, even small, harmless actions by her husband, like the way he eats, speaks, or handles situations, can trigger old pain. Every little thing becomes a reminder of past disappointments. She may start thinking he never truly cared about me, or he will never change. And once this mindset sets in, affection turns into frustration. A marriage cannot survive when one partner is silently harboring years of unspoken hurt. If these feelings are left unchecked, what once was deep love turns into cold resentment and ultimately dislike. Number 7, differences in energy levels and interests. As people age, their levels of energy, interests, and social needs may change. A woman who remains energetic, social, and adventurous may start feeling frustrated if her husband prefers a quiet, sedentary lifestyle. If a husband becomes resistant to new experiences, avoids socializing, or is constantly in a negative mood, his wife may start to feel emotionally suffocated. Over time, she may associate her husband with feelings of limitation rather than freedom, making her naturally withdraw from him emotionally and mentally. Number 8, emotional investment in others. When a woman feels emotionally neglected by her husband, she often redirects her emotional energy elsewhere, towards her children, grandchildren, friends, or even work. She starts prioritizing other relationships because they bring her the emotional support and appreciation she craves. Once this shift happens, her emotional connection with her husband weakens, and over time, she starts feeling indifferent toward him. This indifference can eventually turn into dislike, as she begins to see her husband as emotionally irrelevant in her life. Number 2, the absence of fun and playfulness. Laughter, playfulness, and shared joy keep relationships alive. Many couples, as they age, stop having fun together. Responsibilities, stress, and routine take over, and they forget to laugh, joke, and enjoy each other's company. A woman who no longer experiences joy with her husband may start associating him with boredom, stress or obligations rather than love and companionship. Without light-hearted moments and shared laughter, love starts to fade and annoyance or dislike can take its place. The good news is that this downward spiral is not inevitable. If couples recognize these patterns early, they can make changes to strengthen their bond. A husband who listens, communicates, appreciates his wife, shares responsibilities, and continues to grow can maintain a strong emotional connection. A relationship requires constant effort, mutual respect, and a willingness to evolve together. If you're experiencing these challenges in your marriage, take time to reflect. Small changes can bring back warmth and companionship. A woman does not suddenly dislike her husband. It happens slowly through years of neglect and unresolved emotions. But with awareness and effort, love can be revived. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Let me know in the comments. What do you think is the biggest reason behind this change in marriage dynamics? See you in the next video.